Welcome back. So we just saw how Smackdown vs. Raw 2009 works. Now let's talk to some WWE stars. We've got your chick magnet, The Miz, and John Morrison, the shaman of sexy, both of who I hope take off their shirts, here to answer some questions for us. Let's get started. All right, guys. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it.
Just,
we get that all the time.
I mean, we can't help it. We get that you're attracted to us. I mean, I can't help that I'm the Grand Wizard of Lust.
That was a hell of an introduction.
Thank you.
You left out a few things: the Grand Wizard of Lust, the Tuesday Night Delight,
The Real Deal Sex Appeal,
the Guru of Greatness.
We are awesome.
We are the WWE Tag Team Champions.
Be jealous.
Awesome, thank you, token pretty face at a video game conference. I am, of course, two-time BYWF champion, Gruesome Greggy. Alongside me, as always, El Gringo Primo. Yes, Morrison, thank you so much for coming, bringing some nice
Look at this. I love the El Gringo Primo. Like, you look great. You look like you're really fit, and you shaved your stomach and everything.
Like you hit the Pilates hard.
This guy does fit at least once every 2 weeks.
We fit at least once every 2 weeks. It shows. It definitely shows.
This is Nintendo's killer app. I'm going to know how to play the flute pretty soon, thanks to that stupid music game.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Awesome, you're here to talk about Smackdown vs. Raw. You brought some props. They're not as impressive, of course, as the IGN World Championship.
Wow.
And the IGN Cruiserweight title. And, of course, our starring video game, WWE Crush Hour 2, starring El Gringo Primo and Gruesome Greggy.
Wow, you guys brought everything.
You must have busted out the toy box at home, huh?
Yeah, I did. I busted out a lot of boxes at home. But let's move on.
I don't want to hear about what you do to yourself in the shower, okay? Just keep this for a universal audience.
Of course, you guys work for Ukes. You created this game. Talk to me a little bit about the graphic shaders and the technology.
The graphic shaders are a big step above from last year. One thing that disappointed me a little bit about the graphic shading is that I look realistic on the game, but they really beef up everyone else's physiques. You know, Jericho, Cena, those guys don't look near as good as they do in real life in the game. But me, I'm pretty good. I look how I look in the game in real life.
So you're perfect is what you're saying.
You see, I graduated from MIT with an engineering degree, so with the graphic shading, I basically took a huge interest in this, making the game look absolutely amazing. And as you can see, the Smackdown vs. Raw 2009, this is what it's all about.
It's very realistic.
I made the logo. I made the game.
No. You know what? We don't
built
make
it from
the
scratch.
Screens. We have little monkeys run around the studio that do that stuff for us. That's a big monkey, a big fat monkey.
Smells great too.
Alright, so let's talk a little bit. Miz, this is your first time showing up in a WWE video game.
Yes,
How cool is that?
Basically, everyone's going to be out buying this game because they're like, oh my God, finally, the Real Deal Sex Appeal is in Smackdown vs. Raw 2009.
You know what's funny is when you were saying that, I was just looking over there at Jasmine, or Jessica, or whatever her name is, and
just say Token Pretty Face.
She was a Token Pretty Face over there. Was actually perspiring while you were talking.
Gruesome Greggy! I will not lose composure. You will not ruin my one moment with talent.
Hold on a second. Gruesome Greggy showing a
little something.
I think there is some beef between you and Token Pretty Face.
You're right. She gets all these blog hits all the time. On the IGN blogs, we fight it out for 1 and 2. She's only up there, guess what? Because she's pretty. And all that
Token Pretty Face. What would you really like to say to her?
Hey, Choba.
Be careful. Be careful.
No.
Be careful, Greg.
Gruesome Greggy.
You had better
Where's the gruesome Greggy that we all know?
There you go. Fire up. Don't.
What are you going to do, Choba? I forgot the mic was on the thing. You're lucky.
You're lucky I'm strapped to the wall.
Yeah, well, they'll get us unstrapped one day, and we will go at it.
I don't want to see you unstrapped, my friend.
Let
It's going to be a very disappointing experience.
Toys R Us doesn't sell these to nobody. All right?
Yeah.
You got to be
You have to have a credit card to get that at Toys R Us.
Totally.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Gruesome Greggy. Got Mama's credit card.
We're getting fired.
Video games, though. Smackdown vs. Raw 2009.
The best Smackdown vs. Raw game in the history of the free world.
Why is that?
Because John Morrison, for the first time, the name John Morrison is in Smackdown vs. Raw 2009.
That's true. You made your change a little bit too late last time.
The Miz is in the game, as well as tag team action. They've actually really went in depth with the tag teams this year. And like our boy nerd Corey was saying, he basically told you that there's a huge tag team event, and that's what's going on.
That was actually
more to reality.
That was actually our idea, the whole tag team thing.
Yes.
You know, and it's great to see your ideas come to fruition. And SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 is something that, you know, I've had kicking around the old noggin for a while now. And now that it's finally out, it feels good to just sit here and see my visualization.
Watch how the table's not as long as you thought it was.
Get that.
Wow! Come on, I don't kick your props.
Well, if you kicked it, it wouldn't move.
He called it.
That was metal. Yeah, see,
Yeah, it's actually real. We
Well,
actually win
I would actually go get it, but I think I'd pull the mic out. So
Yeah, I know. It's cool.
I'm not
Don't
going to do
worry.
that.
Showbot will get it eventually.
Showbot, that's
Hey,
what
can
she's
we
good
also
for, right?
get a couple
Showbot.
coffees?
Showbot,
Showbot.
get some coffee in the Cruiserweight Championship.
You are so
Come on.
in trouble when we
She's
get
smiling. She loves it.
She loves it. You're
loves it.
blushing. You're
She's
blushing
so
just
excited
a
to
little
be part of
bit.
the show.
No, that's makeup.
It's so
No,
cute.
it's blush.
Oh,
She loves you
Yeah, she's
guys.
got butterflies. She's going. Here's Showbot. She's like, "Ooh, talking to me. I'm not on camera."
Jessica Chobot Miz. I like the sound of that.
Ooh,
She likes the
could be an
sound of that.
interesting
I
thing.
bet so. Nah.
I don't know if she'd get a ring from the Miz though.
Probably
I'm going
I'll
to
probably get a ring
HR
from
right
her.
after this
She'd
show.
probably be on her
I am going to HR right after the show.
Oh, cool, man. It's live wire. Anything can happen.
Whoa,
No,
Whoa.
that's what we're talking about. Crush
Is that
Hour
your
2.
finisher right there,
Crush Hour
Gruesome
2 right
Greggy?
there.
No, my finish actually is.
Yes, very interesting.
Wow.
That's a good point.
He's reenacting how he won the Cruiserweight championship from Jessica Chobot.
Oh, really?
Yep.
See, it's
Wow.
funny that he's
That
the
seems
cruiserweight
easy.
champion because I feel like he's bigger than 225.
Well, no.
Belly like that.
On the day of weigh-in, he's running around with the sweat, trash bags on.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah. He
Gets down
cuts
quick.
a lot of weight.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
He cuts a lot of things.